Okay, so today is a little bit different of a video than I normally do. I got a friend of mine who said that she's having trouble learning some guitar stuff because she just picked it up. So I decided that I might put on at least a few lessons here on YouTube. So to start, let's get right into it. This is a guitar. Now, every string has a name, and each one is a letter. From the highest one, it's E, B, G, D, A, E. Now I recommend either getting a tuner, going to your local music store, however that may be, whatever that looks like, or going to Google and Googling guitar tuner, turning on your speakers and matching it to your pitch as best you can, but that would only be for the more experienced who can tell the difference between notes, and that just comes in time and with practice. Honestly, for me, it was just one of those things that happened, and just heard the strings enough to where I knew what they should sound like. So to start, we'll start with a couple of simple things. One is the position of the guitar. Now, I'm sitting, so as you probably will be, with an acoustic and with some electrics, and you want to put the guitar on your right knee, and you want to situate it close to your hip. Also, for the hand, you're going to want to make your hand like this, okay? This is what it's going to look like. Your thumb goes against the neck, and your fingers go on the fretboard like so. And this is because it keeps the fat of your fingers from touching the strings. I know a problem that I have, or have had at least, is that my fingers right here might touch a string that it's not supposed to. We want our tips to touch the strings only. So what that looks like is, from that perspective, is like this. Now, some people do this. This is the more classic way to do your thumb. So the bend in your thumb is right against the bend of the guitar, and or you can raise it up higher. It's really more of a comfort issue. It depends on the size of your hand, a couple other things too. If you don't do that, then here's what the one chord, don't worry about what I'm playing, should sound like normally. However, if you don't do it right, it might sound something like, you can hear the difference. This really nasty sound coming off the guitar. So that's the basic. You may want to pause at this point, practice that a little bit. That's no big deal. To get your fingers used to it, this is an exercise. It's a blues exercise, but it's an exercise that my teacher first taught me. So I'm going to send you off from YouTube, from the internet, with something you can play. I recommend playing this while you're watching TV, while you're just doing idle stuff, and you don't really need to pay a lot of attention, but it also gets your fingers moving. We're going to put our pointer finger, our index finger, on the 2nd fret of the A string. Now the A string is the second to lowest string, okay? And then we're going to have our ring finger prepared, or your pinky, depending on your stretching ability. Eventually, I hope you can do your pinky, but again, it depends on your hand size. You're going to prepare your finger to go down on the 4th fret of the A string, same string. Okay? What we're going to do, this is a blues riff. We're going to strum the 2 lowest strings. Okay, so that's the low E and the A string. And then when we're ready, we're going to strum the 2 lowest strings again. That's the E string here and the A string here again, okay? We're going to strum 2 times and then 2 times. What this will do is it'll get you used to holding a guitar, using your fingers, moving them a little bit, and also will get your right hand used to moving a little bit, because I know when you're first starting out it's kind of sloppy. I wasn't even able to pull that off really, but this will get that started. Then If you feel like you're really getting this, nailing it down, move on down or up in pitch to a higher note. Put your pointer finger on the D string, okay, on the 2nd fret, and on the 4th string, you're going to prepare your finger to go on the 4th string of the D string, okay? We're going to strum 2 times. And then what this is going to do is it's going to help you gain control. When you master the first part, that's the easy part because there's nothing else you can hit up here accidentally. Okay? There's nothing up here. However, when you move to this position, the second one I was talking about, then you're going to get to where you don't want to hit this E string anymore. You're going to go. If you don't, it's going to sound nasty. So, the exercise for today is to do and don't get discouraged if you're not getting it because the strum pattern isn't exactly the easiest thing to do, but it is worth doing. And yeah, just give that a shot until you kind of master it. If your strums are sloppy at first, it's not a big deal, you know. Like, how many times do I do it? Or you mess up, don't worry about that. Just focus on trying to get it as best you can. Look at the neck, all you need. But when I said looking at the TV, watching TV and doing this is helpful, it's because eventually you'll be able to play without looking at the neck. You'll just go. And so on, without looking at all. That should be the end of this lesson. Go ahead and pause it, or cancel the video, rewatch it, whatever you need to do. And have a good one.